Good morning, lovely ones. Good morning. I'm just going to switch off Sister Sledge quickly before Facebook shuts me down. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. So let me just settle this here so I can be hands-free. Yay! Good morning. Welcome to episode 15 of your Sensitive Superstar series, which is a series designed to give information, inspiration and some techniques to support you sensitive superstar, on your journey to a more intimate and abundant life. And I'm very, very passionate that if you are a sensitive woman, you want to be owning your sensitivity as the badge of honour it is, and really cultivating your inner well-being so that you are coming always from a place of love rather than being depleted and frustrated and overwhelmed, which so often happens as a sensitive woman when you do not look after yourself, when you do not take care of yourself, when you do not nurture your sensitivity, when you do not realise the gift that your sensitivity is for you and in your life and in your relationships and in the world around you. And something that I really want to kind of cover today, though it's quite a big, juicy topic, so the chances are I'll be coming back to this in various different ways. But it's this idea that as a sensitive woman, until you own your sensitivity, until you are really being the guardian of your inner well-being like nothing else, until you are really connected with yourself and nurturing yourself through a really supportive practice, until you are cultivating your joy through your self-care, until you are nurturing your cycle and you're working with your monthly cycle, there will always be this part of you that will get overwhelmed and will take on the world's problems as your own, and will also feel that you're taking on other people's shit, right? So for want of a better phrase, there's a really good explanation. Sometimes it's someone else's shit. Sometimes when you are confronted with something that causes you to feel a little bit like, ooh, icky, sometimes it's someone else's shit, and you have to let that go. You have to learn how to surrender that. You have to learn how to give that back with love, so that you're not taking all of that on. Now, this has been very much kind of inspired by the really sad happenings in London yesterday, where I think a lot of us will have really felt a lot of fear and pain from what happened. And we are living in a very, very unsettled time in terms of what is happening globally. And as a sensitive woman, it's very, very important that you're educated and you're empowered, so that you can be aware and involved with what's going on, but as a conduit for positive change. So instead of this idea that, oh my God, like the world is there's so much pain, there's so much disappointment, instead of getting drawn into that and feeding that and feeling that's feeding you, instead of that, you're moving to a place of being able to go, oh my God, that's shit, that's terrible, this is happening. What can I do? Like, how can I bring more of me to help this situation? How can I bring more of me to bring some more compassion into the world? How can I bring more of me so that I can bring some more joy into the world? So for me, I spent a big period of my life not listening to the news, and what happened was, I think where that came from me, and let me know if this resonates for you, when I was really young, my mum would make sure I wasn't watching news stories or reading the papers, because I was so highly sensitive that anything that I read could trigger me to get very, very emotional and very, very upset. And obviously, in her way of caring for me, she just didn't want me to see that. So that became a bit of a pattern for me. I would just like cut myself off and just shut off from what was happening, and that was a form of protection, which was understandable for where I was at. But once I started to really own my sensitivity as a superpower, and that it is, What I do instead is I choose to engage in the news in a way that is healthy for me. So yes, there will be times that I just choose not to watch the news, but the way the world is now is that with Facebook, you genuinely find out what's going on through this kind of global community that's happening. So yeah, I am very aware of what happens, and I want to be educated about it. So I use my kind of intuition to know, and really what I need to know comes to me. That's come from a place of really working on my connection with myself. So, as I said, this is a really juicy topic. I just want to cover what I want to cover today, but I really feel that there will be more to go into this, and I would really like to do an episode specifically about how, as a sensitive woman, with your empathy and your compassion and your love, it's really, really important that you don't shut off and shut down and retreat from the world, and I'll do a specific episode on that. But today, taking the weight of the world on your shoulders is absolutely crippling. It will lead to so much overwhelm, and believe me, I know because I'm speaking from experience, it will lead to so much pain and so much frustration and just this sense of powerlessness. So instead, it's about looking at, okay, how do I look after myself? How do I make sure that I'm always in a space, as much as possible, of nurturing myself, caring for myself, looking after myself, managing my self-care, connecting with myself through my practice, spending time in environments that fill me up and fuel me, rather than like being depleted and then feeling like, oh my God, I'm taking all of this on. So just a really simple way to check in with that is just to ask yourself, is this situation, am I feeling that I'm empowered in this situation, or am I feeling disempowered? And it's very easy to feel disempowered when something feels like it's going on around you on such a big scale, but your responsibility is to nurture yourself and to look after your own well-being so that you can bring love and kindness and compassion into the world. So for me, yesterday when I heard it, I actually felt it, like I felt it in my body, and I realised that there was something like there. And what I did was, through my practice, I was spending time it just naturally started to happen, just considering every single person who I'd come into contact with yesterday who had made a difference to my life, from the people who served me when I was out, to incredible women that I was speaking to on the phone, to contact that I was having within my communities on Facebook, to my boyfriend and my little one. And I really spent some time just considering that and sharing some of that gratitude that I felt for those people who show up as themselves, and they bring something to me, and then in turn that then fuels me to bring something to other people and to bring something to my work and to my life. And when you're looking for a more intimate and abundant life, that move from how is something so big happening making me feel so disempowered, to how can I move into a place of feeling empowered within my own life, so that I can then bring like a bit more of that and feel that intimacy and abundance, because that will happen when you are in that empowered place. And the second thing that I would say to you is just check in about how much time and space you are creating for yourself, because it's guaranteed that if you do not have enough time and space for yourself, when something like this happens, you'll go into overwhelm. And then on a smaller, kind of more micro scale, when you look at it within your own life and your own relationships, if you're not in an empowered place of taking care of yourself and being responsible for your own well-being, then when somebody else comes in and it's their, it's their shit, like something's going on for them, and they're just like, they're just all over the place with their emotions, you'll feel like, oh my God, it's something I've done and I'm going to take this on now. And take a deep breath and just recognise and just realise that while you are nurturing yourself and looking after your own well-being, your priority will always naturally start to come to how you are showing up for yourself. So just a really quick sort of distinction for you, if you are further on in your path, you may already be really connected with yourself and really aware of how you've got to take care of yourself. Look out for the triggers that will happen when you are up leveling and upgrading, which mean that you are moving out of a comfort zone and you're taking something to the next level. As a sensitive woman, you will notice you will be triggered massively by these kind of things, and they will try to keep, your ego will try to keep you in a smaller place with it by going, look, how can you make a difference when this is going on? And instead, you know, you want to always be you always want to be saying, look, I know that for me, when I look after myself, when I nurture myself, when I'm connected with myself, I am making a huge impact. And do as many reframes as you can over that. Get back on your mat, take it back to basics, breathe deeply, move, connect, stretch, do what you need to do to get back inside and reconnect with the truth. Okay, so it's been beautiful sharing some of this with you today. As I say, I think there is a lot of juice here, and we'll go into this over another few lives that we'll be doing as part of this series. If you have liked this, let me know, comment, share, let me know what's resonated with you. If you've got any specific questions, come on over to the Soul Confidence community, which is a free group on Facebook. I'll post the link. Make sure you get in there, ask questions, share, support each other with where you're at with taking on the world's weight on your shoulders. And if you know any awesome sensitive superstars that would really benefit from hearing this and starting to bring a little bit more of this into their life and their journey for more intimacy and abundance, then please do share. And I will look forward to seeing you soon. Loads of love. Bye.